Hello Bookworms, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. In honor of the holiday spirit, we're going to be discussing the top 10 gifts to give a bookworm. First things first, this is purely my opinion. Every bookworm is different, so if you're looking to give them a gift, please talk to them, discuss what they want. These are just my suggestions. But for my list, we're going to start off with number 10, a page holder. For those of you who don't know, a page holder looks something like this, and it's something that you use to hold the pages open so you can hold a book with one hand. I really like mine. I think it's really cool, and I like the design. I don't know how well you can see, but it's flowers. But the downsides to this is that one size fits all unless you're getting it custom made. So you're going to have to do a bit of experimenting to figure out how to keep your book open with it. Number 9 on my list is getting a Kindle. I do not own a Kindle, I never have, but I think they are cool, so I thought I'd talk about them. They save a lot of paper, which is good, and they're also a bunch of books in one, so you can travel with a whole bunch of books. I think the downside to this would be that not everyone likes to read on a screen. I know a lot of people who are like that, and sometimes I'm one of those people. I just want the book. So this gift isn't one that's going to work for everyone. Number 8 on my list is an Audible subscription. So I think Audibles are also really cool. My cousin uses them to read books with his wife because he travels a lot. The downside to this is not everyone likes audiobooks. Some people prefer to just sit and read. And that's fair. So not everyone's going to want this gift. Okay, moving on. So my number 7 would be stuffies, especially with cute characters from books you've read. Here's an example. Here is my Dobby. Had him since like 4th or 5th grade. Love him a lot. But there are variations of this you could go with. You could, if the bookworm you want to give a gift to is crafty, you could give them something that lets them create the stuffy. Like the little crocheting creatures, I think they were called wobbles. They had a certain amount of time where you could get a version of it that was Lord of the Rings themed. So you could make Frodo, Sam, the Balrog, and I think you could make Gollum. I don't know all of it, and I'm not sponsored, so that's not me telling you to go buy those. I'm just giving those as a suggestion because I think those are also really cute and cool. Number 6 on my list would be things with book quotes on them. These can be pillowcases, blankets, posters. I myself have a poster with I solemnly swear that I am up to no good on it. That also gives a lot of freedom because there's a lot of things that you could put a quote on, so you can experiment with this one quite a bit. Number 5 is one I certainly would enjoy, but not everyone likes this drink, so you're going to have to take this one with a grain of salt. My number 5 would be literary tea blends. Now these are teas that their titles are book themed. Like I've seen one that's Pride and Peppermint or War and Peach. They're just fun puns that would make a bookworm giggle. And there are also certain types of teas that people suggest to read with certain series. So, wow. I don't have the energy to edit that out. Anyway. So, the problem with this is not everyone likes tea. Some people like coffee, and I don't know if there's a version of this with coffee, and some people don't like either of these things. So if you like this gift idea, make sure the person you're giving it to likes tea. Alright, number 4 is first edition books. Now, these are really cool. These are basically the first version of the book that they published without all the extra stuff added on or the edits. But the problem with this is they are really expensive. Like, I looked the other day just out of curiosity when I was making this list, and I saw a bunch in the hundreds, and I even saw a couple in the thousands. So yeah, this is a lot. Don't do that unless you have the money to spare. And my number 3 is bookmarks because, come on, you're not a bookworm without bookmarks. And you can get these also have a lot of experimentation because you can get them a bunch of different ways. This one is metal, you've got ones that are paper or cloth, and you can get them woven even. Like this one is one that I've had for a really long time. I got this at the library when I was like 4 or 5, and it's just a checklist of all the fruits and veggies that you've eaten. But you know what? It's still here, and I still use it. So yeah, that's something that you can get. That's a gift you can get that's actually going to be used, and I promise they will be grateful for it. All right, my number 2 on this list would be a book bucket list. So what this is you can get a poster that's a scratch-off poster. You scratch off the icon and it gives you a brand new book to read. And usually there's 100 of these books, and you can scratch them off once you've read them. Or you can cross them off when you're done reading them, so you can keep track of your list of books. I actually got something similar to this for my friend, but it was a baking version of this. So he would scratch it off and it would reveal a new item that he had to bake. So I think those are fun. Those are giving people a lot of ideas of books they can read, or even just giving them a checklist of things that they can read. Alright, and number 1 is probably the most obvious one of all, but it's the only one that deserves the number 1 spot. Buy them a book, because they will always be happy to get a book. And for an honorable mention, if you don't know what to get them, even after all of that, just buy them a gift card to their favorite bookshop and let them figure it out for themselves. They will be grateful for it, I promise. Alrighty, so that is my list for the top 10 gifts to give a bookworm, but I probably barely even scratched the surface of things you can get a bookworm. So if I've missed something, comment it down below and let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.